ba 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 ba. Ba 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Here we go. There we are. I see it bubbling. And it's taking a little long to connect today. Here we go. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Now we'll get over here into Periscope where it's going to bubble up on its own. And I'll hit refresh so we get it to go. And is it there? It's still not there. I don't like to go without Periscope being live, you know. That's pretty funny. There it is. Okay. Now I gotta click it, which takes a while. Periscope takes a while, I gotta say. And there it's going. There. Okay, and I see somebody out there watching. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm John Miglosh for the Wisconsin DMA and the International Society for Strategic Marketing. I thought I'd start out wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day because, you know, we might as well. And one of the radio stations pointed out that you can sit home all day and drink beer now. You don't have to wait till after work. If you're working at home, you might want to be a little cautious about that. You know, try to not slur your words if you're on video conferencing. But if you're just writing reports or, you know, doing sales projections for the next year, hey, and it might work out better. Yeah, there's a heart. Yeah. Okay, so I just thought I'd go over. To be honest, I thought let's learn a little bit about St. Patrick's Day because I really don't know anything about him. Born in about 390, and about 330 he became a bishop at about 40 years old. He'd been a slave. He was born in Scotland and was taken to Ireland as a slave by pirates or something, and he escaped, and then he went and got to be a bishop and came back, and he went and illustrated the Trinity with the shamrock. So that's how we get the green connection. But if you notice, he's wearing black, and so am I. Sorry, I don't have much green except Green Bay Packers, and not everybody across the world would like that. Okay, let's also talk about, this is kind of a funny story. Jim Gilbert says that be careful with your marketing automation. Not that you shouldn't do it, but as I've said about data, tomorrow will be like yesterday, except if it isn't. And if you had your automation set for the 1st of March, it may need some tweaking. As he points out, Spirit Airlines sent him on the 12th of March, said it's never a better time to fly. Now, in defense of Spirit Airlines, that may be true. No lines, no TSA, and great deals. I was supposed to be on an airplane tomorrow to Boston, but they canceled the conference. So much as I like Boston, I'm going to stay home. And I was a little surprised, but United gave me credit, and so did the hotel. So, and so did the conference. So I really came out pretty whole on the whole thing, but I would have rather been to a conference. And so, consequently, I will be doing a special NMOA session tomorrow. I'll be touching on my max ROI right there. Max ROI in 90 days. I've gotten some really good feedback on the 1 hour show. So if you haven't seen that yet, I did edit it down a bit because Ernie Shell said, when the phone rang and I dropped the microphone and all that, I cut that out. So it flows a little better. Not quite so many ums and uhs. But basically it's the same as if you saw it already. So we'll probably do that one again because that's what I would have shared at NMOA. And I've decided to dig up my patent. I have a digital patent. Here we go. Right here. Patent application. See? And this is one that I did back in about, a while ago, let's just say. It took me forever because Amazon had been granted the one-click. And this is kind of related to that, but now theirs is expired and I've got some better ideas. So I'm going to be working on that for the next 3 days and hopefully going to have that ready for testing in a couple of weeks because it's not really that elaborate, but it is powerful. I think it has a power to really transform digital. So Spirit Airlines said never a better time to fly. Might have had a better Might have said, like, put on a gas mask and get on the plane, and we'll give you a good deal. That might have made more sense. And the president literally invited Jim to dinner, and here's the Spirit Airlines thing. Heck of a good deal. And yes, you can have a chance to meet with the president, which probably is no longer valid. Limited time only. Or, in a bubble like the Pope. Okay, trust versus convenience. This one from Ben Davis was interesting because he said he encountered a lovely salesperson named Daryl. And I thought lovely was a funny word right off the bat. The other thing I was a little concerned about was that he was extrapolating his own experience into a universal principle. Marketers do that. They say, well, our real customers are like this. La Blood Center in Kansas City, I did some consulting for, and I did some profiling of their donors, and their donors were all from upscale neighborhoods, and it turned out that they only advertised for donations in upscale magazines around Kansas City because the board was all upscale, mainly women, and I said you might want to test some things outside of that, because you've kind of beaten that up. But that's what the board wanted to see. They wanted to see it in their magazines that they were used to reading. So you should always be careful, especially cross-generationally. So old guys like me have to think about why, the Gen Zs or the millennials or whatever might want something that I wouldn't want, right? As an example, Ben says, as compelling as convenience can be, it's nothing in comparison to trust, which is why people travel back to their hometown to go to the hairdressers. Or my wife, for years, would buy Italian sausage from Dominic's Finer Foods in Chicago. So she'd go home and stock up on Italian sausage. We'd always have to stop at the Dominic's right there on Cumberland, and we would have to get the sausage probably on the way home because she didn't think anybody in Wisconsin could make sausage. And there's a plug for the WDMA. Yes, we can make sausage. Go check out Newski's or Johnsonville Brats or anyway. Now, then Ben kind of transitions into capitalism, which kind of shocked me because he said more than half respondents believe that capitalism in its current form is doing more harm than good in the world. And 83% say wages should be higher and automation should be less. But, where are you going to get your snazzy cell phones if it weren't for capitalism, right? They did not come from the darker regimes, right? The darker regimes say one type of refrigerator is enough. If you've read Das Kapital, and every now and then I post the Top Gear show where they ask if communism ever produced a great car. The answer was no. Anyway, so he has some ideas on how to build trust, and then he goes back into capitalism, citing a book called Sabotage that says that all capitalist businesses face the dilemma that in a perfectly competitive market, profits are driven down to zero, which is not at all true. It's not true. It can't be, because eventually someone will be left standing. Now, I remember talking with Bob Franzblow from Thompson Cigar, which I did a little work for, and they were legislating cigar smoking out of existence. There was a time when you could buy a cigar at any gas station. You could buy them all over the place. There was a cigar craze when Michael Jordan kind of kicked it off. But then all of a sudden, cigars were like banned. I switched back to pipe, and you can still get pipe tobacco, and pipes don't go obsolete; they last forever. So, but I said, Bob, what are you doing now that nobody can smoke a pipe anymore in public or anything? And he said, best year ever, because he was left standing. So he could be profitable because the competition fell away. If everybody goes to profit zero, they go out of business, and when they all go out of business, profits come back. So the key is survival. It's always cyclical, okay? So, that's just stupid. It's stupid that capitalism does more harm than good because the ones that do harm go out of business. That's one of the great things about capitalism. It's a voluntary exchange, unlike socialist oppression, where you get one choice, you want a refrigerator or not, and there's the old story, How about we set an appointment for the plumbing on Tuesday, June 4th, 2028? Oh, I can't. The electrician's coming that day. You know, competition is great. Okay, and so, but businesses do try at every turn to make the market less competitive. Yes, I want to beat my competition. I'm inventing new stuff. I'm going to take a couple of days while I can't do much else, and I'm going to get this patent done. And I've already got a company to partner with who wants me to do it, wants to help me with it. And I think it can revolutionize digital marketing, just flat out. Okay, if that's the case, and I got a patent, I will have a competitive advantage, and so will you if you work with me. You might want to get on the phone if you can hear this. Okay, find out more about it. It's going to be amazing. It is already amazing. It's just I just need to write it up, which is a pain in the neck. Okay, so the best businesses find something that really positive for society and the environment and individual customers, and it generates a healthy, sustainable profit. Amen. Thank you, Ben. That's the way it's really going to work. And if automation comes in, and you're still going to have things that people do better than machines, as the previous article pointed out. Thank you for those hearts. That's really good. The point is, there's always opportunity. May you live in interesting times. So take a little minute, go for a walk in the sunshine, and think about the great opportunities ahead. Saw a great Instagram today. The guy said, you might be upset. There's no sports on. But the NBA playoffs are going to be the best ever. Why? Because unlike every other NBA playoffs, where all of the players are beat up from playing 82 games, these guys are going to be fresh. They're going to be raring to go. And they're going to knock it around. Man, I'll tell you that. UFC, I like the UFC. My daughter really likes UFC. They've already got all these bouts scheduled. They just postponed them. They're going to stack up. You're going to see some of the best fights you've ever seen. Comedy, you like comedy? You know what the comedy writers are doing? They're writing. They're forced to. You're going to see some of the best stuff ever done in the coming months. So chill. Write something you've been meaning to write. Read something you've been meaning to read. I downloaded Pinocchio. It's free on Amazon Kindle. Do those things you put off. There's never time for most of the things you should be doing. Now you have that time. See you tomorrow with a special from Namoa. And like and share. Your friends will think you're smart. Bye-bye.